Hi, my name is Argeline Lascunha. Let's talk about the brief history of the country named Singapore. We all know that the Singapore is one of the richest country in the world. But do you know? In the 3rd century, the Chinese named the city as Pulau Jong, which means island of the end of peninsula. And later on, it was known as Temasek or Sea Town since the area is full of mangroves. In 14th century, a prince of Srivijaya Empire took a refuge in the island, particularly after a bad storm. And while hunting, he spotted the lion which he took as a good omen. And he decided to build the city, calling it Singapura or Lion City. In 19th century, the modern Singapore was founded because of the politics, trades, and a man named Sir Thomas Stamford Raffles. Because of the Raffles impact, they built 2 statues, Raffles Landing Site and Empress Palace. In December 1941, the Singapore attacked by the Japanese, and when the Japanese surrendered in 1945 over the British military administration, the Singapore became a British crown colony in 1946. In 1963, the Malaysia was formed. The Malaysia tried to compromise the Malay, Singapore, Sarawak, and Sabah, but it became unsuccessful. In August 9, 1965, the Singapore left the Malaysia and decided to become a sovereign democratic nation. Today, many slices of Singapore's multicultural, colonial, and wartime past are preserved in and around the country. We can visit monuments, museums, and memorials. And we are done talking about the brief history of the country named Singapore. Thank you for listening.
Hi, my name is Jenny Rose M. Magandang, and today we are going to talk about the characteristics of music in Singapore. We all know that Singapore has a diverse culture in music that ranges in many different genres. Its various communities have their own distinct musical tradition. So now, let's begin. The first one is rhythm. Most of the music in Singapore has a 4/4 time signature, which means there are 4 beats in each measure and a quarter note receives 1 count. Example is the Chan Melly Chan Singaporean folk song. As what you can see, every measure has a notes that equals to 4 beats. While in terms of melody, Singaporean music has a catchy, energetic, and danceable melody with a C major scale, which consists pitches C, D, E, F, G, A, and B. C major is one of the most common keys used in music. Its key signature has no flats and no sharps. And the best example for this is still the Chan Melly Chan Singaporean folk song. As what you can see, there is no flat and even sharp in its musical sheet. And for the texture, Singapore music has a homophonic texture, wherein it has one independent melodic line while other musical colors are supporting the melodic lines, like this. As what you hear, the melody there is the shallow, and the rest support and matched it. While in terms of dynamics, the Singaporean music ranges from piano, which means soft, to forte, which means loud. Tone color or timbre. Most of the Singaporean music displays happiness. That is why they prefer bright rather than black tone color. And last but not the least is the form, wherein the binary form is commonly used in Singaporean music. Binary form or AB is 2-part form of music with 2 contrasting melodies. It has 2 verses, but the melodies are not the same, just like the Chan Melly Chan folk song. As what you can see, it has two verses. And this is the verse A. And it sounds like this. And now this is the verse B. And hear what it sounds like. As what you hear, the two verses has a contrasting melody. That is why it is classified under binary form, and it is most common form in Singaporean music. And that ends my topic with regards to the characteristics of Singaporean music.
Hello everyone, my name is James Lopez and let's talk about the function of music in Singapore. Music of Singapore reflects on multicultural and multi-ethnic influences that shape the country all over the years. They don't have native music, but it is inspired by the neighboring country. The function or the role of music in the country is very important because it is symbolism of the different culture within their country that influence their culture, tradition, and the three major culture in Singapore are Malay, Indian, and Chinese. And now, let's talk about the instrument of Singapore. The first instrument is kolintang and classified as idiophone, a row of small and horizontally laid gongs that plays the melody section of a musical piece. The second instrument is kompang and classified as membranophone, a percussion instrument commonly played at weddings. It has approximately 40 cm diameter with a narrow circular frame. The third instrument is rebana or gendang. It's also classified as membranophone. It is a drum which plays sound to notify for worship times. The last instrument is called tapon and classified as membranophone. It is a barrel shape with two heads and it is played by both hands. I hope that you learned something from my report. Thank you for listening.